is going on, you all? I am joined with the beautiful Kaz. Ooh, not Kaz. Well,
you're right.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Is this part 3?
This is the cast.
Yeah. So we just got through watching part 2 of Chasing Atlanta season 3, and now we have. I guess we're doing a part 3. Well, it's not an official part 3, but I have the cats from Chasing Atlanta. We were born. So to the left, I have Berlin.
Yes, I'm
Jetwan. Y'all know who they are. So tell me, how did y'all feel after seeing the reunion? Well, know what? Let's back to the first part of the reunion. Y'all get a chance to like perform or do anything. How did y'all feel about that?
As far as, well, I was told that we were supposed to perform towards the end of the reunion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we had a set together. Initially we planned to go to the reunion and actually just kind of be boring because we wanted to perform.
Oh,
we received,
and our set was gonna say everything we needed to say anyway. So the performance, we had got dancers, we had to pay them money, we still had to pay them.
Oh.
They waited around for hours and they gave us a call time for 9:30, right?
Right.
Production
I feel like what she's trying to say is that we received emails stating that we would be removed if we got too loud or if we
the fighting stuff
got to fighting or if we came inebriated and so on and so forth. So our goal and our whole reason for coming to the reunion was to perform.
Okay.
And you were there. You saw that for the first 2 hours of taping. We were very quiet.
Yeah.
We were very
I asked y'all a couple questions though.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all was giving good energy. I feel like he was ready.
I'm always sitting on ready. I'm always sitting on ready.
Ready to zap it.
I'm always sitting on ready, but I feel like our initial energy of coming in there, we were just having fun.
But
we were quiet and we were just trying to have fun.
And y'all look lovely.
But what's so interesting about that is that that's always the energy we give when walking around.
Okay.
We're a ball of fun. Contrary to if they get to see that or show that that's not what's shown.
Okay.
But we're always a great time. We're always a good energy. We're always those people when we're walking around.
I do feel like y'all have this yin and yang type of situation going on where you are on fire.
Right.
And Berlin is like, I'm cool and collected. If depending on what the situation is, I will like do it.
I'm cool and collected, but I'm just defensive.
Okay.
And I'm a person who stands for something. I'm a rebel in a sense. Like I've always felt like I had to fight for my place in this world.
Absolutely.
So I'm a very defensive person. You're not gonna get away with anything when it comes to me.
So you feel like there was a lot of things you had to fight for on Chasing Atlanta?
And I experienced a lot of transphobia from the cast members.
We did talk about that.
From the audience, from the fans, from production.
Why would you say production?
Because the editing.
What?
So
the way they edit and depict us has been like it's not been the real nowhere near
who we really are.
Okay, so we're talking about the transphobia. What was it about it that you think that was?
I just feel like certain, as far as Chasing Atlanta, I'm not gonna try to defame them or drag them or anything, but as far as them being an LGBT based company or whatever, following LGBT queer creatives, and of course it's their first rodeo when it comes to trans people, and it's also their first rodeo when it comes to artists. And I feel like they failed epically at both.
Oh.
I do.
Okay, so when you said the cast, I do remember one transphobic comment, and we talked about that on the reunion, and that was what Oliver had to say about what's between your legs, and you talked about that on the reunion. Did you feel like that's one of the persons that? Did you feel like people were transphobic, or they were just saying transphobic?
They're saying transphobic stuff.
Okay. Was Oliver the only person that had said something that you that caught your attention?
No. Q has been transphobic before, several times.
What do you know a specific one that was that you wasn't feeling?
It was on camera.
I'm trying to see
the things
what I'm trying to say. Don't clear it up. Because you're trying to clear it up. Right?
No, I'm not trying to clear it up. I just feel like you always say she speaks in a way where it's general. She always has spoken that way. But
come on, yang.
The problem is in situations like this, you have to be very clear, and very direct.
Yeah, especially when you're making a claim like that.
Especially when you're making a claim like that, you have to be very clear. So.
Do you know what was said?
So
a lot of the when it comes to production, I'm sorry. Okay, you can finish.
So what was said and what is the problem with a platform like Chasing Atlanta and why things that they do can be considered transphobic is you got to think about it from like a if you are your brand, you are the king of reads, and the things you say and do on your platform, and the things that you say are allowed on your platform can be, when the fans see it, they might think it's okay. So if you were using the F-bombs to describe other gay people, or if you were using word slurs like tranny, yada, 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 and so forth, or just transphobic.
I always call out people anytime I hear that word. Even off camera, on camera.
Especially when you're in the community. So if you're using words like aggressive or hard, rough to describe a trans person.
I forgot what that's called when someone is using.
It's passive aggressive.
And you're using it as to be insulting.
To make up for the T word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they use words like that and they allow people on their platform to use those words, the fans think it's okay. So it's just a domino effect. So does production need to have a conversation with people who are saying things like, hey, like,
no.
Because I don't think production can necessarily, like, it's very hard. It's very hard.
They can't control.
Because it's a reality show.
They can't control.
Overspeaking everybody. You gotta let people talk, baby.
They can't control everything. That's all I'm saying. Of course I know that. But you can, you're very good at showing what you want to show. And you're very good at editing out things that you feel aren't right for the show. So you can make sure that that's not going in the show.
So I think if
it's problematic,
if I saw something problematic, I would highlight that this was said to make it a bigger conversation.
Yeah.
Like when I heard the thing about Oliver, when that clip was shown when he was at the reunion, I brought it up because I know that there's oftentimes cis queer men say things that can come off as transphobic, and I want to have a conversation about that. Like, I'll never be able to walk in your shoes.
Can we take I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Can we take a break? Just a break?
Yes.
Just a small break.
Yes, absolutely.
Come with me, sis.
So we just had to take a break for a second for us to readjust. And when we were talking about the pajama party that you all threw, like the lingerie party, and we were mentioning that some stuff that was said that was transphobic. Was it
not the pajama party?
Was it? It was nothing said. Where was it? Was it the uncut?
What was specifically said? Right?
Yeah.
Q called me a he, and he said he was talking about Jalen.
And that wasn't on the pajama party. That was in the uncut episode.
Oh, where was it? When Q said this?
We had met up at we had met Gardini that day, and Gardini. It was the first time we met Gardini and Q.
Yeah.
And it's the same episode where we put the sheet over our heads. It's the same, but they have an uncut version of it, and he refers to Berlin as a he.
Yeah, he's nice to everybody.
He's nice to everybody, and Berlin checked him.
And he said, "No, I was talking about Jalen." No, you weren't.
No, you were talking about Berlin.
So was QB
when has Jalen been nice to everybody?
No, that is a good question. Or Lauren England. Maybe that's why she's rebranded.
I mean, Lauren England. Well, he said he, and he said he was referring to her. That's why I said that. Because I always call her. I always do.
Okay.
But yeah, like that's what happened.
And it's moments like that, and then they do things like they'll edit that out to protect certain characters on the show.
Oh.
And so we had to really fight for an uncut version, and it wasn't necessarily to gratify us and say we're right. It's just more so to prove a point that they only show you what they want you to see, and they paint people out to be different than who they really are in real life. In real life, we're funny, we're jokey, we like to joke around, we like to have a good time. Berlin is not quiet. On the original episode, you see that she's kind of on mute, she has no personality, but when you see the uncut version of the episode, she's talking, she's joking, she's checking people right and left. Like, that's realistic. That's what really happens. So, and even if you fast forward a little bit more to Gardini and Q talking about Lauren, he had a cut that said, "Fuck Jalen Aaron." He was saying that...
You said they cut it?
They cut this stuff out of the original stuff.
How do you know it was cut? He was there. He was there.
I'm there. I know what happened.
And they have a regular version and an uncut version.
They have an uncut version. It's up there.
I did see that.
It's up there. There's a reason why we had to really fight for the uncut episode to be put up there. Because we're like, at this point, from episode 3 on up to that episode, everything was chasing Atlanta. They were chasing reality. It was all a facade. It was all fake as far as it pertains to what really goes on the show. It's like we're just only going to depict people as one character, because if you want to know real tea, you want to know true tea, why wasn't there any questions asked about Kendra at the birthday party?
That episode was interesting.
Why wasn't there any questions? Because there were other castmates there that knows what really happened. That boy Oliver came up. We did not know Oliver. We did not know Kendra. Oliver and Kendra came in.
This was at Cameron's birthday party.
At Cameron's birthday party.
Okay.
You got to think about all the things. This happened from episode 3. Oliver comes in. He instigates the whole situation with Kendra.
You fine.
The entire situation with Kendra. We broke it up one time.
You got some receipts you gonna pull out?
No, I don't got some receipts. I'm gonna cut this off.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't need the receipts. You just gotta watch the episode with your own 2 eyes and not let them manipulate you. You watch the episode. He comes in the party. Kendra's already there. She's minding her business. You see him grab Kendra's hand and say, "We need to talk." She was like, "I don't think this is the right place." But then he goes into the confessionals and say, "Since you want to talk about it," implying that she's the one chasing him around. But you see him go up the stairs, you see him open the door, she's in the room waiting to hang out her business, and he starts, and he was instigating the whole time. Then you think about Henry's. Why did they never show you their first interaction between Kendra and Oliver? Because he instigated the argument.
So you think production is trying to protect Oliver?
They definitely are. They definitely were. Like, it's no shade to Oliver. I don't know if he has something to do with it, because him and the editor of the show are very close and they both edit. I don't know, they hang out with each other, they walk each other's dogs. But the real tea is, the true tea is,
walk each other's dogs.
Yeah, they walk each other's dogs and they hang out in the park and they, they do weird things with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. It just looks a little fishy. That all the things that can incriminate you or make you look a little bit uncivilized, managed not to make the final cut.
And we're talking about Oliver. Now, I do feel like that during the reunion, people did get a chance to see a different
the
version
people
of
that were there, the fans. Still, if you watch the edited version of what happened, they still don't get that depiction because they don't see what we had to deal with. Like the people that were there got to understand, like, oh, Oliver is not that easy to be around. He's not that type.
But I did see a couple of comments of people saying that, like, Oliver was being called out. I even saw it when the episode premiered. I saw it in the comments.
Yeah, well, that's not that often. But I'm just saying.
So we can go work on that.
Yeah, the thing. Fast forward to the Henry's brunch. Kendra came in. Her mood was a little shifty, but everybody has those days. She was a little standoffish. She spoke to us. She sat down. She spoke to Q. She sat down. She wasn't bothering anybody. Oliver yells across the table, mind you, didn't make the final cut. Why are you nerd? Why are you coming here? Why you ain't gonna speak to me?
This happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This happened.
Everybody was there. Troy was there, Montel was there, Cameron there, Q there.
So Oliver engaged with
Kendra first. And that's what set Kendra into a race. She's like, bitch, we're not cool. You know we're not
I
cool.
thought I did see that though.
No, Kendra said it, but they never showed it, because had they showed it, it would have gotten a different reaction. It's the power of editing.
Okay.
Had they showed the way Oliver interacted with Kendra, that he was antagonizing, that he was rude, and that he was loud, and he was being the aggressor.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. Do you feel like that Oliver is
Wait.
Do you feel like he is
I don't
transphobic?
think no, I don't think he's transphobic.
I feel like,
But this, I'm saying, I want to say,
But I'm not allowing, me personally, I'm not allowing anybody to give a moment to be, you don't.
of course, but people do it.
I feel like sometimes,
I don't give them a pass or call them out, of course, but people do it.
But
and
see,
sometimes they do it without them knowing it. That's all I'm saying.
And I can only imagine, that's why I am very adamant when I do hear, even if a trans person is not present, I am still calling them out, letting them know, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. Because if you'll do it around me, girl, ain't no telling what you'll do. You probably stopping trans women from getting jobs, trans men from getting any type of access to anything. So I'm not down for that. So if I hear a transphobic comment, I'm thinking that you're transphobic. That's how I look at it. I'm not allowing a white person to say something racist and say they're not racist.
you're right. You have a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving no passes out for that.
You have a valid point. I feel like that he definitely is capable of saying some transphobic things. However, I know that he has a lot of trans people in his immediate circle.
That don't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, and this is no shade, and even the person he's working with, they have worked with somebody who was transphobic.
You're right.
So I mean, girl, it is what it is. So we can be dealing with internalized anti-blackness, internalized misogyny, all of that. So do you feel like Oliver owned up for that moment when he was talking about it in the reunion?
When he was talking about Kendra, yes, of course.
Did he own up when he apologized to you? You accepted it in the moment.
I feel like he did what he was
For sure.
supposed to do.
What do you think it was for a show, or do you think?
I think it was sincere.
Okay.
I do think it was sincere. I don't think he was doing it for show. I think it was sincere.
I think when he was The pressure was,
apologizing.
yeah, when the pressure
He
was
was like,
applied,
oh.
he realized it because he saw how
Even though it was melodramatic, he was like, "Oh, you're crying."
Yeah, I wasn't here for that.
But
And I did not like the fact
that's
that
so extra. It's like,
And they edited that out too, so the fans didn't see that he kept saying that you were crying.
yeah.
it wasn't in there.
And that wasn't in the original play either. Because he kept saying that she was crying and she never was
I
crying.
was like,
And
No, I didn't like when he was saying "Let me speak." Like when he was talking over you, I was like, "This is telling you how they feel and let them speak."
And that's another thing that was important for us to explain to people, that we definitely did, because they kept saying We Were Born won't let Oliver talk, and we definitely did let him speak several times. To me, it felt like that anything he was saying, like the question would be a question, and instead of just saying yes or no, this is the
Oliver's not
answer.
gonna do that.
He just gave you 100, like a whole 15-minute like deflection of the right answer.
Well, he is a Morehouse man, so
Yeah, but I understand that. But if the answer is, "Do you like the color blue?" Don't say, "Well, yesterday I walked down the street, I saw," and it's like a whole speech, a Martin Luther King speech about yes or no. Just answer the question. So to me, it just got annoying that we sat there for 30 minutes on one question. I'm like, okay, next question. Of course, they're gonna chop it all out because they tried to fit everything in 1 minute. 1 hour special. But we definitely did let him talk. I just didn't care to hear what he was saying because we all know that he was just deflecting from the situation.
okay. So we're gonna move on from that. Honestly, y'all were not feeling the reunion. Y'all didn't get a chance to perform. And
actually, I had a good time.
I did too.
I had a good time at the reunion.
The reunion was
I
fun.
don't know how the rest of those other people feel, but I had a great time at the reunion.
We actually had a great time at the
I had a
reunion.
great time.
Like,
I
we
was
got
really
dressed up.
disappointed.
You got to think about it.
I like to be a part of. Not to say that it wasn't successful, but I like to be a part of. We like to complete things, and we like to be a part of things that get completed and done.
and it wasn't.
And it wasn't, and I was upset about that.
So who do y'all feel like was responsible for that? Who do you think was responsible for the fight?
I feel like the whole thing about the situation, I don't feel like one person can take more responsibility than the other person.
Same.
But I will say that to say Troy's makeup artist is the start of it is kind of far-fetched, because at the end of the day, the makeup artist wasn't doing anything more than Oliver's mother was doing. Or
I did. Now people did say that.
No, Oliver's mother was so disrespectful. Oliver's mother was talking about you.
Yeah, she was.
Talking about
How did you hear about that? How did you?
We can hear live as day. She didn't care.
So when I pressed Oliver about that, because Oliver, shout out to you, he was in my comment section. I was saying his mother didn't, but somebody who was sitting right next to his mother, she was saying some fat phobic shit about me.
She was talking about Berlin. She was talking about you. She ain't saying nothing about me, from what I hear. But I know.
So what was she saying about Berlin?
She was, every time Berlin would speak, she would be like, "That bitch better shut up." She better watch her mouth, and they edited it all out. And I know they have it because she was sitting right next to the camera.
I don't think the sound picked it up because the camera wasn't on her, so the sound didn't pick it up because I didn't hear it. I know
so you didn't get one. We didn't get one remark, one nothing from her at all. In the
well, the sound that goes into the sound and how close she was to the camera and stuff.
We didn't get one remark from this lady.
How are we gonna be able to tell that it was her? I think I feel like it's a little hard. I feel like it's a little hard to do unless the camera was on them because we can't go off of just sound.
She was yelling across the room.
Honestly, everybody, I feel like a lot of the audience did. It was the entourage.
Yeah.
The entourage is what caused that reunion to get to where it was at.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I agree with you, Jetwan, when you say they cannot pin the blame on Troy's makeup artist. Because honestly and truthfully, she was giving commentary just like a lot of people in the audience was giving commentary.
Right.
And it didn't happen. Jalen's lover was giving commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver's mother was giving commentary.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to give commentary for some reason.
The only person who was allowed was Kendra's sister. Because
she was giving commentary.
And we told her, after we got done with the first part, I did tell her that, if you need to say something, let us know.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is this. That you just proved my point more. Everybody was, people in the audience was giving commentary.
Right.
But see, I don't want to say audience because
audience.
I would say audience is somebody who's purchased a ticket. These folks ain't bought no ticket.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They was
it was people that was a part of the cast, friends,
and they thought they were getting their 15 minutes of time. Honestly, that's what I feel like was the issue.
The wording of it.
Yeah.
You can't really say audience if it's not really the audience, because the audience.
Because so many people kept blaming the audience.
But people say the audience did it because they were cast members.
But see, they acted like they were cast members, and that's the problem. Oliver's mama should have shut up. Troy's makeup artist should have shut up. And Jalen's boyfriend should have shut the fuck up.
Because our mama was there and she didn't say nothing, and that was.
I didn't even know she was there.
My mom was there.
Yes.
So your mama here.
Mama Trish was there.
My mom was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My mom was there. She actually was sitting right next to Q. So people that right next to Q, the one that got up and got irate. So if you watch the scene,
now Troy's makeup artist was saying some kind of trash stuff about Jalen too. Now
but in response.
But no, I heard something. I did hear him say that dirty dick. Like
Not
I
dirty
did.
dick.
Yeah, I did hear that. I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't hear anything else, I heard dirty dick come from the right. And some of the stuff seemed like she was trying to misgender Lauren England.
Yeah, she was, but
you did also have Lauren England's boyfriend's brother was saying homophobic stuff as well.
But if you listen closely, before she went there, and I'm not giving her excuses. I do not tolerate any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But before she went there, she did not misgender her. She said she know what she said.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
That's the first thing she said.
But that was going in. But I don't know.
That's what he responded to when she said that.
Yeah, definitely. I thought,
she did not misgender her when she first spoke about her.
Now I don't know when the dirty dick comment was made, but honestly, all of that ass was garbage. All of that ass was garbage. Everybody should shut up. To be honest.
And my whole thing is like the most disappointing thing about the whole reunion was us not being able to perform because the fans were more mad at us for coming in there and waking up the boring ass reunion. Because you know it was boring.
I would say in the beginning we had to talk about the cute stuff. Part one is always the sentimental stuff.
But you know it was boring.
Right, you ain't finna. I'm trying to get a check next year too.
I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding,
but you didn't. It wasn't your fault.
But it was part one is always that we had the mother queer son.
But nobody
shit.
asked for that. Nobody wanted that.
But you know we try to tell a story and stuff.
But nobody asked for that. No shade. Nobody asked for that.
You were giving me I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I'm just saying.
I did spring. You had told Lauren you need to get your name.
No, because
you had woke her up out her
because
sleep.
she was sitting there and she was like, I don't understand why ever reunions we go through this. It's the same thing.
I think sis was looking down, but she wasn't looking at her man throwing shit.
I was like, girl, if you don't get your ass up, go get your man. And then people always want to make
you got up like Darkwing Duck and say, girl, you need to snap out of it.
No, because what was happening is what I was trying to say is it was so much commotion that they were pushing my mom into the wall.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I got upset because I would have sat there and just let them twerk the whole place. And I was like, girl,
you ain't had nothing to do with you.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. And people talk bad and act crazy, but they don't talk bad and act crazy to Jetwan because Jetwan in real life is 6 foot tall and about 200 pounds. And
you 200 pounds?
I said about.
Go.
About.
Come on.
And so at the end of the day, I'm not easy to just shift and move type person. We gonna have to really go there.
I mean, I saw they said you will bop a hoe.
Oh, I really will.
Have you been to jail before?
A couple times.
With that being said, let's move on. So Berlin said she has one more thing. We're gonna let Berlin go first.
No, I wanna go first because she been over talking me.
She been over talking you. You put on Oliver. Berlin, let us know.
No, I wanna go first.
Because
what I wanna say is it's very small. It's very small.
Okay.
But I feel like the fans were more upset at us for coming in and waking up the second half of the reunion than they were at the people that destroyed the damn reunion. You see, had there been people just being quiet and letting the cast members be the cast members, there probably would have been a resolve between Gardini and Jalen there. There probably would have been a resolve between Q and us there.
Mm-hmm.
There probably would have been a resolve between Oliver and us there. There probably would have been a resolve between us and Gardini there.
Okay.
We would have had bomb performances from us, Oliver, and possibly Jalen.
Honestly, I don't think it was enough time to do all of that shit, to be honest.
I don't know if it was enough time.
From we look at every production, like when you look at how Love and Hip Hop and Bravo do, they be there at the crack of dawn.
Right.
Filming all of them.
And sometimes they do it in 2 days too.
Yeah, they do. So it's very hard when you have a smaller budget to do that. So I understand production with that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's production's fault. I'm just saying that the fans...
We could have got a little bit more done.
We could have got a little bit more done. And then with that being said is that what the sad part about the situation was we were born we invest in a lot of Chasing Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from helping them find the right apps to use on their phones to paying $50 to go to the set and $50 back, or $70 to a set and back, or there's no incentive. They don't help you with anything. They don't give you anything. They don't.
But is that on the contract that they're not going to help?
No, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not saying that that's the issue. I'm saying that we've invested in.
it's an investment.
It's an investment.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
It's an investment.
to provide something that you don't.
Because you're investing in yourself to get the exposure. So you invest in. It's not saying. I'm saying that the sad part was that we not only did we invest for hair and makeup that day and wardrobe, we had costumes made for our performance. We paid dancers that didn't get to dance. We, fed everybody afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't feed me.
You didn't go. You went to that the party that wasn't supposed to.
No, I did not go to that party. I went somewhere else. We went to Hudson Grill.
Oh, we went to Mama's.
No, come on.
Y'all didn't invite me.
So
I'm impressed.
The sad part about us is that right after that, I talked to the production. My mom talked to the production, to both producers, and said, this is not the end of it. Y'all got it in the bag.
Come on, encouraging words.
My mom really did. She even offered me $500 to pay for studio time so that we could perform. Okay. All we had to do was get in touch with the producers.
Well, sis had called the police on y'all ass because y'all were out here tearing up the place.
But we did all
that's
what we talking about. This is the last part.
She said that 10 minutes ago.
No, but this is what I want you to hear. This is the very important part. So after my mom had spoke to them and told me to reach out to them to see if there was a way that we could still perform, we're blocked on all social media. We're not invited back to the second part.
Y'all could have emailed them though, couldn't you?
We wrote and texted, and I've done all the necessary things. We did everything. They responded. They just blocked us.
Okay.
After they said, no, thank you, your service is not needed, block. So
was this right after this stuff happened?
This is literally right after like
I think 2-3 days. Kind of over it, all the stuff.
Yeah, but you can't be mad at us
when you shut down a reunion.
We didn't shut down a reunion, and the people that did shut down a reunion, you gave them a part 2. Like, make that make sense.
Well, you do. I mean,
like you blocking us on social media, but we didn't take money out of your pocket.
But Lauren England technically didn't fight nobody.
No, she didn't.
We understand that, and neither did we.
Neither did we. That's all I'm saying.
And so what's your point?
Okay, and so now since we're on Miss Lauren, people want to talk about. She has this. She's saying this rhetoric, this narrative that. I kept the same energy with them. I don't know where all of that came from. Us reacting to that or being a little disappointed in her because it was disappointing more so than anything. It wasn't. I was disappointed in her, and the way she reacted to the disappointment made me react the way I reacted. But she was being very like
y'all don't.
Like, girl, please, like she was giving that, and you're not gonna do that to me because I've never gave you that at all. So at the end of the day, this is she did a live. She did a live with.
Q and
Oliver on Chasing Reality.
And she threw us under the bus.
And she threw us under the bus.
For no reason.
What did she say?
She said, they asked the question like, if I had to get rid of anybody, it would be we were born. And we never done anything to
We never did anything to her.
Never said anything about her.
Never said about her, not on the interview. And in fact, not in the scene.
Well, she might pull a nigga this and say, girl,
we defended her on and off. Anytime we do an interview with anybody, they ask us about her, oh, she's so sweet.
So you just caught you off guard like that?
It caught me off guard. So when I got to the reunion, I was like, she was being fake as hell.
But that wasn't the only thing she said in that interview. I mean, in that live. If you go back and watch the live, when Q was throwing shots and throwing shade, she was saying her little stuff. When Q said, you can't say you live in Atlanta if you have to take a flight to your thing. She said, oh yeah, Spirit flight. They all were just throwing shade at us. And I'm like, at the time,
it was
supposed to be cool. I understand Q and Oliver, but her, we never did anything.
I never did nothing.
So was she calculating in that moment, or was she just like agreeing with them? Because there's a difference between somebody that's reading somebody I'm cool with, and I might try not to give them.
No. She was entertaining it full throttle, and she was being easily manipulated.
She was being easily manipulated because she hadn't seen the uncut version of the episode. Because
y'all invited her to that lingerie party.
Yeah,
we invited her, and we uninvited her because she didn't feel comfortable.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
And the whole thing about the uncut episode, you see in the uncut episode, the Guardian indeed was talking bad about her, and that we did in fact take over her. But because she hasn't seen that, she's saying, "Oh, y'all lying, y'all being fake." I'm like, you know what? God say forgive the children and the fools. And she's a little slow, so we just gonna forgive her. She's a little slow.
Y'all lied to me. Y'all lied to me. No,
we never lied to you. We told you the truth. We told you what happened. We told you that we got there.
I did not lie to you.
And he was being a little.
I took up for you.
And then another one thing that they said at the second part reunion was that Jalen offered us to stay with her rent free.
I think we talked about. Did we talk about that? I think we talked about that in the beginning.
No. You talking about here?
No.
No, I'm talking about when I was in Miami.
No, Gardini said that Jalen said that we could stay extra if we paid. She was going to pay for us to stay extra. And
In Miami?
In Miami. And that's not what's true. What's true was because we were friends, she was scheduled to have her plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be like a day or two after the 5 days we had paid to be there.
Oh, yeah,
And we was already staying.
And we were already staying.
decided
We already decided to say we were going to stay there for 8 days because I have family in Fort Lauderdale. So after we filmed, I went to go stay with my family and visit my family.
Okay.
So I text her, I have all the receipts, I can show you. I was like, are you still in Miami? She said no, something about her car. And that I was like, okay, well, we leaving because we just want to stay here so that we can visit you in the hospital or, help you around the hospital. It was nothing about her paying for anything. It was nothing about her. So that's the thing about the show. It's like a lot of telephone.
Well, I saw the text, man. I didn't see anything about the payment. She showed me the text, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, we never said anything like that. But I'm just saying that Gardini said that we did say something. And I just wanted to clear it up that we never said that we did.
Okay.
That's just how the cast work. You'll say something to one cast member, and then it just gets to the next person that's fabricated and dramatized for the show.
Okay, so moving on. There was a lot of conversation, especially in the Zap episode,
Right.
about the sleep with the production type
Right.
situation. So do you feel comfortable talking about that?
Of course.
Okay, so what happened with this? So did you date a specific production person before you went on the show?
I dated him prior to the show, yes, before I filmed. Yeah.
So was it ever told that you were going to be on the show because of your relationship?
No, that was the problem that I had with Oliver because he said that on the show.
Okay.
While we were arguing, I said, suck a dick. He said, you suck a dick, that's how you got on the show. Which is funny. Which is funny.
So you know they're not giving no fellatio on
Fellatio to who?
to production?
Do you deny giving fellatio to production?
I mean-
is that how you became the host?
No, I haven't slept with nobody on
Oh,
production.
okay, well, child.
So you saying that you have or have not? You don't want to answer that question?
What I'm saying is, you was
Because the conversation came up, and I do feel like that you brought it up.
I
do
did
feel-
bring it up.
So what was your reason for bringing it up in that moment?
I did bring it up because if you watch the episode, like I said to you, and they edited out, if you watch the episode, they were
Who's they?
Jalen and Kendra was damaging his room. Me and Oliver were cool when I got to Miami. So I thought. We get to Miami, production pulls me aside and says that he was saying X, Y, Z about me. So the very next day,
What's the first letter of the production name?
And Dario.
So production.
And Dario pulls me
So
aside.
and Dario pulled you to the side.
And he was
and
like,
told you what?
well, that's not, he didn't pull me aside. I asked, there was a rumor that he was saying it about me, and Dario was saying it. So I pulled, and Dario was like, and I was like, and Dario, is this true? He was like, yeah, I've been saying it. I was like, oh, you got balls. I fucks with you.
And Dario said
And
that.
yeah, he said it to my face, he said, yeah, I've been saying it. He was like, because I heard it. I said, well, where did you hear it from?
Girl, this is Phaedra. What's the name?
Yeah, he said, where did you hear it from? He said, I heard it from Oliver. I was like, okay. He said, I'm just going for it. I ain't gonna say nothing
So
else.
that was a night of. And
That was a night
that-
of. He was like, going for it. We ain't gotta talk about it no more. We ain't moving forward. But to be clear, the reason why I approached Dario about it is because a producer from Dallas told me about it, and the person from Facebook were on Facebook talking about it together.
So then you brought us.
So I brought it to Dario.
Okay.
And then Dario told me that it was Oliver. So 3 people told me, but I said 2 on the show to protect production. But seeing...
So how did they get this tea in the beginning? Who told them that you were sleeping with production?
That's the whole thing. Apparently the person
Cool. So
that I was dating was going around telling people that.
So y'all were dating?
That's
Or
what I
was it-
said.
Okay, there was no Jack message, no.
No, I don't have Jack. We never met on
Ain't nothing wrong with Jack.
No, I'm just saying we never met on Jack. Nobody in Atlanta can say they met me on Jack.
Okay. So
Yeah.
were y'all talking? Y'all were making it seem like. Was it told that y'all were dating, or was y'all just fuck buddies?
We were not fuck buddies.
I'm just asking
we were
the
not
question
fucking.
because.
We were not fucking.
Yes,
That's the whole
it
thing.
was a lie.
We went on dates.
They weren't having sex.
Okay, but where did
It wasn't physical.
where I heard it got physical.
It got physical.
I mean, it was brought up when we was at the reunion. They said something about.
They said that we were booed up.
They said they were cuddling.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, ain't nobody cuddling like that, girl.
But yeah,
ain't nobody cuddling like that. Jetwan ain't cuddling.
Just one.
Yes, I am
big
a
cuddler.
cuddler.
He cuddles down.
I bet he does.
No, I'm
Big
for real.
cuddler.
He loves to.
I do too. So okay.
So did you? I feel like you're asking a specific question, and the question.
So the whole time that you in this production, y'all never slept together.
We slept in the same bed, yes.
She is.
Period.
I love this. So, how do you feel about production now? Are you and that person close anymore?
Unfortunately, we're not. This is the thing. This is the thing about that particular person. I love that person to death.
Why?
Why? Because
What have they gave you for you to be so much in love with them?
I didn't say I was in love. That's fierce.
You love that person to death.
No, I love them.
You have love for them.
No, but I can love anybody to death. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
I lead with love. So at the end of the day, regardless of how people feel about me, the reason why I'm the most hated cast member on the show, but I'm still moving in these streets, is because people see that I'm not a vicious, malicious, vile, sneaky, snake person that I lead with love.
Okay, so you care about this person, you have love for this person, but do you feel like this person did you right?
No. And I feel like that person that I love is doing what he needs to do to protect his assets and his brand and his franchise. And I feel like he threw me under the bus to do so. He did the same thing to Gardini, and it's fine.
What you mean he did the same thing to Gardini?
Well, everybody knows the story about how Gardini got fired and came back to the show.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. If it was known that, you know, if it's so-called I'm protecting my brand, I'm protecting all of this, I would think I would not be having a relationship like that with somebody that I'm working with.
But it was only a friendship.
It was only a friendship that
So we call them a friend?
Yeah, it was friendship.
It was a friendship. It wasn't like
Jetwan ain't no fucking call them no damn friend. I believe Berlin is.
what you mean?
I believe you giving you can give nothing of it. If you say you cousin, you cousin. Jetwan on the other hand.
Why I gotta be the host?
Because girl, you light skin and you got blonde hair.
Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, this is the whole thing. Like, me and that person, I love that person. I wish them well. I hope they find.
I feel some type of way about you keep saying because I really don't think they deserve your love, honestly.
They don't.
But that's why that's why you should stay there and give it to them anyway.
No, because they really don't.
They need it.
Why you ain't zapping them?
No, because they should get more than a zap, and it's no shade. But
No domestic violence.
no.
It's not gonna be
lawyer.
domestic because they don't live in the same house.
Yes, come on, Berlin. Wherever we live.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that person, even though things have gotten ugly, I still wish them well. I still want them
You're so
to
sweet.
succeed. And the same thing with Q and Oliver and Jaylon and Gardini, everybody.
You didn't say Andariel's name. You don't wish them well?
I wish him what he deserves. I wish him karma.
All right, girl.
So me and the producer.
No, I feel like you really have a good story to tell, and this is all camera. I feel like you have a good story to tell, and if people truly know like what production did to you, as far as like Kevon, I do feel like that folks will be, like come behind you and say, "Girl, that's a man," because you have a lot of people in the comments saying, "Stop sleeping with production."
Right.
Production, and it's not you.
Right.
It is Kevon out here like having a relationship with folks that are on the show because you ain't the first person.
I know.
There was somebody that last season too.
And the first
so
season
it
too.
looks like he's using that as like preying on folks to get them on the show. You need to do this to be with me or something. And I feel like if that conversation was shifting, it was talked about more, people would be looking like, girl, like what is y'all got a problem?
I mean, but even if you were to read our text messages back and forth to each other, you would say that too. And that's why I'm saying.
I've seen a lot to be able to I've heard a lot.
I'm just saying that there's a lot of shit that's going on behind the scenes that people don't know, and I'm okay with being the bad guy because when our story is told, people will respect it and people will see.
Okay, so girl, y'all got a lot to say. It seems like it was some stuff that was not put on through the whole season of Chasing Reality.
It's been. I feel like that's if you look at the whole time of Chasing Reality. Every producer even from Dallas, they don't like us, and there's a reason behind that. It's because
there's only one producer on Dallas, I think.
Oh,
That's
child.
Reese don't like y'all?
No. Nobody in Chasing Reality production likes We Were Born.
So what do you think it is that they don't like specifically you?
Because we're honest, and when you're honest and you're not willing to act and you're not willing to manipulate people and you have integrity.
Yeah, it upshifts everything.
It upshifts their storyboards and their storylines, and they have to work twice as hard to get a pinch of story.
Okay. Now, I will say, I do feel like y'all are chasing. I ain't gonna say necessarily Atlanta. I do feel like y'all are talented.
Thank
I
you.
listened to your music. I watched your video. I thought your video was really cute.
Okay.
Now, when the girls be saying, we gonna do a video and we gonna have all this stuff, I'm expecting Cameron to show up with that pink ASOS suit, pretend like he finna set something up. No shade to Cameron, but bitch, if I see that ASOS suit one more time, I'm gonna scream. But like when y'all, the final product of y'all video was good.
Thank you.
And I ain't gonna lie. And y'all have some good music. So
Thank you.
y'all about to head out to New York to perform for New York Pride this week. How y'all feeling about that?
Yes.
I'm excited.
We're excited. Berlin, she said she's excited, but she's like, I'm excited. That's her general mood.
You say this for the stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to put up with it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, no, but we're excited. We got Pride coming up, and then we're gonna try to go to Essence Fest if we can get this song finished before.
Well, Q is working Essence Fest at Red Carpet. Y'all gonna reach out to him?
No, because let him tell her we can't work in the industry that he's in. You know what I'm saying? And they cut that out too.
I love Q, but Q does not have no monopoly on the industry.
Period. He is not P. Diddy or
he's not. Ain't none of these folks. Don't let these folks tell you
Mhm.
because the industry is forever changing. You actually have created the industry. You have not signed to the label. Y'all putting out music and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all doing your own thing. The industry is what it is. I'm not necessarily in the industry. I'm not interviewing folks on TV shows there, but you can't deny that my platform is not.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So like,
and so, but you know the thing.
everybody has. What I'm saying, everybody has their lanes. Don't let nobody tell you just because you haven't done that you're not doing anything. Because I've never had a celebrity interview. I've never been on any of these shows. Well, I've been on 2 shows, but it's not. Don't let nobody discourage you and tell you that you're not doing this shit.
Oh, we already.
We are. you know, that's why I said that people. There's genuine people out there that really like us and really know us outside of Chasing Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people, I was like, you got to think about, you know, doing a reality show. They throw you in a room with 7 bitches that you don't like.
I do feel like
It's not that you don't like it, you don't know.
That's the real
They
one.
don't know you.
Yeah, I would say that y'all are Kenya Moore this season. I think people love to hate y'all, but honestly, I would like to see y'all coming back to Chasing Atlanta season 4. But I mean, I did get Bug Mary said that you all will not be a part of the season 4 if there is a season 4.
That's what they said.
Yeah, but
That's what they said.
That's what they said. But you don't think you think something that's gonna change?
I feel like if they were half as smart as they pretend to be.
Oh my God. I think people, even if they do choose to do a season 4, I do think people are gonna say, I honestly kind of miss.
We were born.
Because they did the same thing. We did the same. I did the same thing with Kenya Moore. When I was kind of Devon was tore that place up.
We never tore anything up.
That's what I'm saying. So
And
that's why y'all read it.
no, we never told nothing up.
We never tore up anything. If anything, we've helped. We've paid for things.
But y'all were y'all difficult to work with?
Yes. I was difficult. She wasn't, but I definitely.
I told you I don't talk to them.
She don't talk to them. I was definitely difficult. I'm not gonna lie. See, the thing about me is I'm very.
But now I ain't gonna lie. When Berlin does take charge, she does because Berlin made sure that we was here today. Okay, we gonna give you that. But Berlin said, "Look, I'm gonna take." Now y'all messages were good, but no, Berlin. I do feel like when you do take charge, you do like when it's necessary.
Yeah, she does take charge when it's necessary, but I just feel like, well, she takes charge. She's a leader. That's the thing about her.
Yeah.
She's not a follower. Like that's the thing that I love about her. You can't be my friends for 10+ years and be
Now, girl, you did have me
And
scream
you
when
can't
you.
be my friend and you're not an original bitch.
Nah, I did scream when you did gather Lauren England and.
I was just disappointed. No, I was disappointed. She thought you look crazy. You got boots on. I didn't say nothing about how she looked. I did not.
The energy, I'm telling people, when you repost, it's all about your body language and how you deliver.
About how that child looked.
Hey, when I tell you Berlin moves.
I still didn't think.
See, that's what I was saying. Berlin has a very housewife.
Yes, yes.
I'm way more ratchet than that.
You Atlanta.
I'm very love hip hop Atlanta. You know.
You Bobby Lights.
Like, I was like,
With Montana.
She said, "Oh, girl, you look crazy," and it just gagged me. It did. I was like, "You got boots on," and I was like, "Girl,
I like your boots.
I like the boots.
I'm saying the
I like y'all.
I like a little edge. And I'm like, I told you I'm a rebel. Girl, I like to feel a little kick ass. I like to feel a little
Put your phone
edgy
in the moment. I can think of
No, I like that
I
girl. I like that girl. I like that.
I feel like
And she took it like I said she was ugly.
no, because the audience said woo. Because I feel like the audience was like,
Not expecting it.
and it was kind of probably some truth to it.
And I wasn't speaking just in general. I don't think I'm better than nobody, but in that moment, I was serving her.
You was,
And you want to
sir.
say I look crazy? No, you sound crazy. Not gonna tell you why. And that was it. Because I look like that.
That's why you sound crazy. Right now, not all the time, but right now.
In this moment.
Yeah.
In this moment, I look better than you.
No shade.
With my boots on.
With my boots on.
Okay. Okay, so what is next for
So what's next with We Were Born? We have so many things. We have a special collaboration with Control Magazine that they're giving us.
Yeah, shout out to my guy. I can't remember his name.
Julian.
Yes, Julian.
Julian is he's been one of the people that's been silently like in our corner, and he's now like open about it. And he loves us, and he loves our work ethic. He loves how he loves our fashion. He loves that we love taking chances. He loves our music.
Y'all do be dressed.
Bitch,
I got them in the clothes. I wore this shirt about 5 times.
Oh no, listen, listen, our closets, come through. And we create stuff, we make stuff, like a lot of the stuff that y'all see, like even at the reunion we made, like my pants, I made my pants.
Okay.
I made the collar
for my shirt.
We made so like we do a lot of things, like even in the opening credits where I have the fringe jacket, the pink fringe jacket.
Yeah, he made the jacket.
So so like there's a lot of things that we do. We Were Born is not just two singers that come in the room and argue with everybody. We do so
Y'all
much.
also really cute.
We're very creative people.
I can tell about the way y'all have y'all like the way y'all decor y'all home. It's really good.
We're very creative people. We love creative. And so we have a lot of stuff coming. We have a lot of merch coming out. We had to work on it. We didn't want to slap our name on a picture or something. No shade to people, but we wanted to
The
definitely.
girls are good for doing that.
The girls are serving.
You're gonna serve the girls what they should have. So
I'm not gonna say that. But we're gonna say that we like to take
our time, and that's the difference between a lot of artists, and that's my advice to a lot of independent artists. It's like, don't rush everything, don't do everything because everybody else is doing it. Do it with intention and do it with purpose and do it right. Take your money. You putting out 10 singles, and you're paying $50 to get it up on.
You got people pay.
You know what I'm saying? You could take that 10 singles, invest your money into one music video, one song, one performance, do it right, get the makeup right and everything, and have you working the right way. You see what I'm saying?
Music video was cute. I ain't gonna lie.
And so that's why it's taking us a long time.
And y'all can dance.
Well, we can dance now. My knee was fucked up, but now I can dance.
Do it up. Okay. Why was your knee broke? Was you doing something?
No, see, this was missing out of the story too. If you watch the first episode when Q gets up on the Pride stage, I was there.
Oh.
They had I don't know if I should say this, but they had a gun scare. People stampeded.
I did hear about that.
I got trampled.
Oh no.
I got trampled, and to get. I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks, and they had a big knot on my knee. They thought it was a tumor. I'm like, no, I just got trampled, and they put me on these steroids. Yes,
and they put me on steroids.
And they put me on steroids, and the steroids is what actually made my mood swings go from.
Okay.
People didn't know that, but I literally said this a zillion times on the show. Like the steroids was made me literally
aggressive.
Crazy. They made me very aggressive.
Okay.
I'm already aggressive, but they made me like you could say happy birthday, and I'm like, bitch.
I can see it. So that's good. Where can we find you all at? What is your social media handles?
Okay, so you can find us on Instagram at We Were Born Music.
Okay.
WEWEREBORNMUSIC.
Okay, come on, spell it out.
And then
from there we can see your personal accounts as well.
Yeah, you have Twitter, the same thing, We Were Born Music. Our Facebook is We Were Born.
Okay, absolutely.
And you can find me at Jetwan and her at Berlin.
Hey, Berlin Naomi with BRLINAOMI.
Berlin be serving some looks. Do you hear me?
Okay. Awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Child.
So with that being said, we had out part 3 read.
Yeah, this is part 3.
Unofficial part 3. Do y'all have anything to say to anybody before you?
All I want to do is I want to apologize because I definitely.
You apologize to production?
I want to apologize to production.
They said I be fucking in production. That's what Cardi said.
You know what?
I be fucking on production.
I really honestly feel like I feel like it should be the other version. I feel like production be fucking on the cash.
Production be fucking the talent.
They be trying to fuck the talent.
They are a mess.
No, but I didn't get to apologize to Gardini on at there, but I really do feel like out of everybody that we got into,
so we
definitely owe Gardini an apology.
We owe him an apology. Simply, I feel like that I gave him a personal apology, but I want to do it publicly. Gardini, we apologize for the way I guess we probably treated you, but it's no shade, girl. Your friend said you was spreading the rumors too, girl. So it's no shade. Bitch, you had it coming, girl. I ain't gonna fuck. I don't know who to believe.
That was our mood.
Yeah,
Our mood was like, anybody can get in.
I don't know who to believe.
I don't know who to
And
believe.
you your friend, girl. Fuck him too. Girl. But we apologize.
We apologize, and going forward, like we don't plan on coming back to Chasing Atlanta, so I don't really foresee us needing to have an issue with Oliver or needing to have an issue with Jaylon or needing to have an issue with Q. I wish them all well.
The best.
Deuce's child, y'all had fun over there chasing reality.
Well, maybe they have a Chasing Atlanta spinoff, and then you'll be getting married. But thank you all so much for being a part of this. You all need to follow these beautiful individuals on social
Yes,
media.
We Were Born on Facebook. We Were Born Music on Instagram.
Support them.
Music on Twitter.
And hopefully we can work on some more stuff in the future as well.
Yes,
Of course.
also, yeah.
We will come back. We can play Smash or Pass. We can
Yes, also,
read
we
the
can-
comments or something
We
fun.
about to re-release our album too.
Yes, come on, we're gonna
Yeah,
help
and
you out.
it's gonna have some new stuff on there too.
So y'all heard that. So check these folks out, and until next time, we'll talk y'all later.